Hey y'all, your girl Ro here again, and I got a new hairstyle. Y'all like my braids? I'm going on vacation next week, so I had to put the fro away. You know how that go. Black women and water don't mix. Um, but I didn't come to you guys today just to talk about hair. I came to you guys to talk about me and my personal testimony. Now, recently, I decided to turn my life over to God, and I got saved probably about almost 2 months ago. And it was something that I've always wanted to do and something that was in my spirit to do. You know, I've always believed in God and I've always followed in that path, but I wasn't Christian like, you know what I mean? I was still doing stuff that I wasn't supposed to be doing, and I felt like at this point in my life, there needed to be a change done. Now, I'm here today just to talk, but people get a little touchy when you want to talk about God and all that stuff. So I might lose followers on this. I might not gain no followers on this. I might not get no views, but it's okay because this is for me. This is my purpose. This is my passion. I feel like God is using me through my words. And I mentioned in a few videos before that I'm a spoken word artist, and I haven't shared that with you guys yet, any of my poems yet, but at some point you're going to see more and more of that rather than hair tutorials and makeup and all that other stuff. And I feel like God is using me with my words because, I've been blessed with so many talents, and writing is one of those talents that He's blessed me with. And I'm now in a church where I get to broadcast that. That's what I'm into now. And I feel like I had this talent for a long time, and every time I did a poem or performed somewhere, my words touched someone. And I feel like that was my purpose, even to think about my last chit chat video where I was talking about what is your aspiration in life. I feel like my aspiration is to write and to be a voice. I'm still young. I'm only 22 years old. So I feel like I can speak to the younger demographic as well as the demographic that's in my age range. So what better way to do it than to do it through a spoken word? But first, we're going to start out with why I decided to get saved. Um, Now, I'm going to try to make this as condensed as possible because it's a really long story. But to start off, I was going through a depressive stage in my life. My whole life I've lived a nomadic lifestyle. Me and my family have constantly been moving. And this move to Pennsylvania was took a real toll on me, and I put on a facade. Like, I kind of faked people out, like, because they didn't know how depressed I really was. But yeah, so moving to Pennsylvania kind of made me depressed because I had to leave so much behind. I left, which was good though. It was secretly it was good, which I didn't find out it was good until like months down the line. But at the time, it was like I left my boyfriend behind, which is my ex-boyfriend now. I left school alone. I had to drop out of college. I had to leave my job. I had to leave so much, leave my friends, leave my family to move to Pennsylvania. And I, kind of was frustrated with the fact that I couldn't afford to live in New York anymore. Like, it was just horrible. So moving to Pennsylvania, long story short, I live with my parents now, and we all live in Pennsylvania together. Now, fast forward to this year, was stressed out a little bit, financial reasons, of course, and then people's. It's like when you live in a house with people with so much personality, and you have personality too, and it kind of like conflicts. It's like I don't know how to like a conglomerate of stuff that can go wrong, and sometimes when you're an adult and you're of age and you're living in your parents' house, and you got to follow rules that you really feel like you shouldn't have to worry about, it kind of sucks. So it causes conflict. And then the financial aspect goes into it. Then add my brother moving in, that goes into it. And it just was friction, just frustration. Then I was going to work and working at my job. It was frustrating me too because my job is demanding and it was just a lot. And at one point, I just felt depressed. I was just annoyed. And the bill collectors are calling, and you know how that go. So, one day I was driving home from my friend's house. I had just finished doing her hair, and I was driving on the highway, and I had the sudden urge, because when you're on the highway, it makes you think about so much stuff. And I was just thinking about my whole life, like all the stuff that I've been through, everything I've gone through, the people that have played me, did me wrong, stuff that I went through that I shouldn't have had to go through. And I had thought that I should just crash my car and just end it. And that's scary to ever think. If you ever had like a suicidal thought, it's really scary to think that you can think like that, that I really thought I would be able to crash my car into the divider. Like, I had planned it out. Like, I was like talking to myself, like, bro, listen, if you just turn the car really fast, just make a left, just turn it right into the shoulder, you'll be good. It'll be quick, you'll die, it'll be over. No more stress, no more worry about money, no more bill collectors calling you, no more student loans, no more nothing. You don't have to worry about nothing. Nobody in your ear, nothing. You don't have to worry about nothing no more. Just do it, And that was scary for me to really think that I could do that to myself, and having come from a family where previous family members have committed suicide, it was shaky for me, because I'm like, oh my gosh, am I thinking like them? I don't want to do that. Like, I don't know. I was just like caught up in so much. So fast forward, that's the foundation reason why I decided to get saved and I decided to go to church, because I felt like I was in touch with God, but I wasn't that in touch with him to the point where I felt like all my problems were all on me, when God never gives you too much that you can carry, And I decided that I wanted to go to church. Now, I was looking for a long time for a church. Couldn't find a church that I really wanted to go to. One day at work, one of my coworkers who had just got promoted to my department, she was walking past my desk, and she was just stopped. She stopped at my desk and was just having a little casual conversation. And I had asked her if she went to church, and she was like, "Yeah, of course I go to church." And I was like, "Oh, really? What church you go to?" She was like, she told me about this church, Greater Shiloh, and I was like, okay. I was intrigued, and I decided to go that Sunday. No one knew that same Sunday that I just decided to go to church, God put it in me to get saved on that day. So I got saved like maybe 2 months, almost 2 months ago, on the first day that I went to that church. Didn't know that was going to be the church that I would call my home. And it was just a great feeling, and there's no looking back ever since. Like, it's just the best feeling to get that type of feeling in your gut, that type of feeling in your body, to go up to the altar when they call, when, the pastor says, is there anyone who's carrying something on their heart, anyone who feels like they want to, turn their life around, give their life to God, come up to the altar. And you're slowly walking up to the altar, and you're up there with, people, which I didn't know at the time, but I was on the altar with, a felon. I was on the altar with the ex-prostitute, an ex-drug addict, a lady, a divorcee. She was just going through a divorce. I was on the thing with these people going through much more heartache than I ever could have imagined. And it's just a unique thing that this religion brings so many different people from different denominations and nationalities to believe in this one purpose, and it's just dope. There's nothing doper than that. And another reason why I decided to turn my life around and be saved is the fact that I feel like the Bible is a format. It's definitely a format as to why you should live your life right. Um, and I get a lot of people in my family that'll say, well, why do you believe in the Bible? Those are just stories. How do you know it's true? Well, how do you know what you're reading in the newspaper is true? How do you know this is true? There's always questions to, anything that you believe, And I decided that I wanted to follow the Bible because nothing in the Bible is there to harm you. The Bible is there to protect you. And the rules in the Bible are there to protect you. There's nothing in the Bible that says go out and shoot that man. There's nothing in the Bible that says go out and rape that girl. There's nothing in the Bible that says go and slap a G-string on and shake your butt in front of dudes. Nothing in the Bible that says have a kid by a man and then be left solo raising your kid by yourself. Nothing in the Bible says to do that. Everything in the Bible is there for a purpose, to construct you and to mold you to be a better person. And I feel like that is why I love this religion so much. And I don't know, I just feel really strongly about my decision. And you would get people that want to debate you and be like, no, you believing in the false god, and you reading a false book and blah blah blah. And you have every right to believe in what you want to believe in. You have every right to feel the way you want to feel. However, don't come to me with that. I'm not throwing Jesus in your face. I'm here telling you why I decided to do it. I'm not telling you this so that you could feel like, oh, well, she's telling me I need to get saved. No, I didn't say that. I'm saying for me, this is my decision. This is my choice. This is why I did it. I'm just letting you in on a little bit of what more about me so you get to know who I am, what type of person I am. So, yeah. And I just feel like it was the best decision that I've ever made in my whole entire life, other than going to college and other than trying to, do my writing thing. This was like the best decision ever. And I'm happy. But I'm not trying to make this video too long. As I mentioned, I'm probably going to cut some parts out of this. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. So I want you to understand that this channel is not, again, and I stress this, is not a guru. I'm not a guru, not a beauty guru. I'm nothing of the sort. This is just my channel. This is my diary, my vlog diary, my video diary, whatever you want to call it. This is my life. And I'm choosing to let you guys in on that. You can like the video, you can dislike the video, you can comment obscene things. It doesn't matter, because I'm not here to do that. I'm not here to battle you. This is just something that I'm doing and something that I felt weigh on my spirit to tell. And there's gonna be more videos of different comments, and like when I get to church, because I get so inspired when I come from church. I always want to talk about what the pastor preached to me. And I might just come on here one day and just like spill the beans and stuff like that. But I don't know, I'm still waiting around with it. But I don't know, it was just on my spirit to come and give my personal testimony. I know someone's out there who can probably relate. If you ever had suicidal thoughts, if you ever felt really down and been through so much that you felt you should just end it, don't do it. Life is so beautiful. It's so many people who don't get the chance to say that I'm still here. People, you wake up in the morning. Some people die. They take their last breath in the morning. So you got to look at it like that. And I'm very grateful that I didn't have the courage and that I was so cowardly that I couldn't take my own life, because then I would have left so many people hurt, family, friends. So I'm just happy. I'm happy, guys. I'm so happy. I can't express how happy I am at this point. And I'm just gonna continue to ride this out wherever it takes me, wherever it goes. And it plays in with my poetry, because I'm gonna be up here with some inspirational pieces. You might see me performing at church. You might see me performing at a open mic. You might see me performing just randomly out somewhere in the street. I don't know, but yeah, you're gonna see it. And I hope you guys are having a great Sunday. This video is going up tonight. And yeah, so I will talk to you guys in the next video. Please don't bash me too much about my beliefs. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.